Naming of any organic compound, we must follow some of the rules. So, before knowing these rules, first you should know the functional group names. So, just by following these 10 rules, we can name of any of the organic compound. Yes, let's get started. The first rule, longest chain rule. Here, if you see any of the organic compound which contains carbon atoms in a long chain manner, so you identify that and give a number and make it a long chain. First one. So next to second rule, position of the substituent means functional group. Here the substituent means functional group. Other than the carbon and the hydrogen atom, if any different function is present in the compound, that we treat it as a functional group. So just you can see the numbers, carbon 1, 2, 3. If the functional group attached to any of the carbon, if it is 1, 2, 3, that you have to name by the particular functional name. For example, CHO, all, AL, OH, whole. So like this you can name the functional group. So next one you see, third one, lowest number for functional group, even double bond or triple bond. If you see any of the compound which contains the functional group like even double bonds or triple bonds, so you have to start from the shorter one end. So next fourth one is presence of identical group. For example, if the carbon compound containing a many functional group but which are identical, I mean same. For example, it is compound containing a OH has two functional group at the same carbon atom, so that you can name it by the some of the prefixes we called mono if it is one, mono if it is two, di if it is three functional group, that is tri, so and so. So next one is fifth one, more functional group follow alphabetical order. You can see if the carbon compound containing a many functional groups, you can see example 1, 2, 3, 4 I have given here. So first one, see S3 is a methyl functional group. If you see the methyl which comes name a what alphabet is M. So next you can see the ethyl. So alphabet is ethyl is capital E. So when we compare to these two compounds, here ethyl which comes first. So if organic compound containing a ethyl functional group based on the particular carbon atom, just you name first as ethyl followed by the methyl group. Likewise, you can see third one, CHO, all, AL is there. So next one, fourth one, functional group, OH. So OL, it is a suffix followed by the OL, CHO, aldehyde group followed by the AL. So when we compare these third and fourth functional group, here we can give the preference to the first one, AL, because A comes first, OL which comes after. So next, whenever you see overall the order of these fifth rule, you can name the order as third, second, first, and next one is fourth. Why? Because OL, all, alcoholic group, all, propanol, butanol, pentanol, so and so. So next you see the sixth rule, naming different substituents at equivalent position. For example, if the organic compound containing different substituents at equivalent positions, so that you have to start by the alphabetical order by the two ends of equal size. So seventh one, naming the branched chains as, for example, if the carbon parent chain containing a branched, okay, for example, propyl, butyl, pentyl, like that. So just you have to put it in a bracket and you have to mention it as what that is as a branched one. So it's eighth one, naming polyfunctional groups. For example, poly means it may contain the poly means many. For example, carboxylic acid, COH, and next one is COR. So likewise, there are many polyfunctional groups will be there, that you have to mention it as a polyfunctional group. So next one is naming cyclo compounds. For example, if the organic compounds containing cyclic manner. For example, you can see that can be for naming by the prefix called a cyclo. For example, you can see the first one, cyclo. There are it is a triangle, is there, right? So 3 carbon atoms. So how can you call this cyclo? 3 carbon atom, next one is 4th carbon atom, next one is 5th carbon atoms. So how can you name this first carbon atom? If it is 3 carbon atoms, what we say this one? 3 carbon atoms is cyclopropane. If it is 4 carbon atoms, cyclobutane. If it is 5 carbon atoms, cyclopentane. If it is 6 carbon atoms, cyclohexane, so and so. So 10th, you must remember it very particularly. You should know all the functional group names. Until unless you know the functional group names, you cannot able to give it a proper name. Why? Because this is very important for your KCET examination, where you will get 2 questions, and for your IIT and NEET examinations you will be getting 3 to 4 questions from the first PU and the second PU. So you must know all these rules particularly. Next, one hint I can give you: the common name and IUPAC name. You can see the last hint. Common names, common name means that will be followed by RX. That will be followed by what? RX. R means alkyl group. Alkyl group. R means alkyl group. Next one is X means halogen. You can see first example one, methyl chloride. What is this methyl chloride? Common name. See, whenever you are going to give a common name, that you have to followed by RX. Just you remember, R pronounced first, next followed by the halogen. So I am giving common name as methyl is R, chloride is halogen, methyl chloride. So whenever you are going to give the name for IUPAC, that you have to follow by the XR. What is XR? X means you have to follow first X and followed by the alkyl group. For example, you can see here CS3C, CS3, CS3, Br is there. So for this common name, how can we give? Common name is tertiary butyl bromide. Why? Because first is R, next is X. So for example, second example, IUPAC name we can give it as XR, no? So 2 bromo, 2 methyl, first carbon atom, second carbon atom, 2 different substituents is attached to the same carbon atom, so you have to give the number as 2 bromo 2 methyl propane. Okay, so this is what you have to follow any of the organic compound if you get so. Thank you.